study abroad, or if you want to work at the places like UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, then this video is for you. IELTS, also pronounced as IELTS, is a test that most of us fear. Why? Because it is an English and communication test. Hi guys, this is me Aisha Malik. I am from Financial Training Institute. Welcome back. So today we are going to discuss about speaking exam tips here. This video is special for you. It does not matter if you are student or professional. So today we are going to start a new version here. The International English Language Testing System, or IELTS, is an exam you give if you want to study or work at the places where English is a language of communication. This test is accepted by over 9,000 organizations worldwide, including universities, employers, and immigration authorities. The purpose of this is to find out whether you can survive in an environment where English is a primary language. This test has two main modules, IELTS Academic and IELTS General. Remember, there is no pass or fail in IELTS. You will get a band score from 1 to 9, 1 being lowest and 9 means that you are an expert user of English language. So IELTS wants to test your reading, listening, writing and speaking skills. What is the main issue is that students are not capable of core cross-cultural areas of life skills to express their personality in this way. Decision making and problem solving, creativity, thinking, communication and interpersonal skills, self-awareness and empathy, time management, survival skills, emotional intelligence, negotiations, civics, these all things are very important. But students always forget while appearing in IELTS speaking exam. So here I have mentioned 30 tips today which will help you for your IELTS exam. Okay students, here I have mentioned 30 tips for you. These are tips and tricks which will help you. The first is accent does not matter. So when you are appearing in exam and if you are speaking in front of your examiner, so do not think about your accent, if it is good and if it is normal. So if you are speaking politely and nicely and you are expressing your idea, so it will be very helpful. The second tip is think that you are going to talk with your friend. So if you are appearing in this exam, in speaking exam, so do not think about the examiner and maybe the stranger or maybe the person who are judging you, but think like as you are going to talk with your friend. So it will give you confidence. Don't use simple words but little complex words. You can say if you are talking about your topic about your house, so you can say my house is beautiful and there are 3 rooms in my house and it has a beautiful garden. So you can use the word like it's a beautiful house, it's a splendid house and there are 2 master rooms and it has a beautiful garden. So try to use the little different complex words related with this. And the next tip is do not do the direct eye contact. See students, when you are talking with your examiner, do not make an eye contact because it will give you some kind of nervousness. Make an eye contact in the start of the question, but then after that start focusing on your ideas and your points, and you should summarize it in a given time. The next tip is you should be strong storyteller in IELTS. So when you are appearing in your IELTS exam, so think about it that you are a storyteller. You are supposed to make a story. You have to explain your ideas and you have to make a point where the examiner should understand that you have a very sound thinking and you can relate your topic with yourself. So it is something that you are a storyteller. The next tip is always same, like your answer should not be too short or too long. So as we know that we get 2 minutes for part 2 in IELTS section. So these 2 parts are very important, the section 1 and section 2, but in the second part you get 2 minutes to speak on certain topic. So it shouldn't be so long or so short. So yes, you should have compressed thought, and you should think about your idea, that you have a point and in a given time you are going to express it. Alright guys, next tip is add your feelings and opinion. Add your feelings and opinion is all about your confidence basically. And if you are explaining about your house, your home, your village, your hometown, any kind of topic, if you are explaining, so if you are adding your feelings, it will show some kind of enthusiasm to the topic, and you will be giving the full answer confidently, maintaining the good posture. So this tip is very important, that add your feelings and opinion, and this gesture will be very easy for the examiner to apprehend your point of view and your knowledge and your communication skills. The next tip is make question and notes can help you detect the answer. Definitely students, when you are taking some notes for your answer, it will be helpful to be analytical, and it will definitely give you confidence. So just be relaxed and be optimistic, and think about the main points, and then make a note and go for it, that you are talking with the notes. The next tip is don't become obsessed with the clock. In IELTS they have mentioned that timing is very important, but when you are start speaking about some topic, so don't get obsessed, don't become panic, don't become nervous that you have 2 minutes or 1 minute or minutes or seconds. Just try to explain all the points, all the relevant points as you would have made those kind of notes, so it will be helpful. Be relaxed, there is no exact answer. The next tip is very important, that every time when we are giving some idea, some point of view, and we start expecting from the examiner maybe that we will get some hint if he or she is really happy with the answer, one thing. And the second thing is that you always think that my answer is not the exact answer. So there is no exact answer at all in IELTS. So you are suggesting something, you are giving some point of views, and you are adding your ideas, and that's it. So it will not be like you have a good answer or exact answer and all that. The next tip is delivery of content is more important than language skills. The content is very important that you have planned to talk about. If you are talking about youth, if you are talking about the career counseling of the youth, so you should make a plan by taking the notes, that this is my content and I am going to oppose this idea, or maybe going for the favor. So the content really matters. Your language skill is not as such important. That I told you in the start that the accent is not important. So your accent is not important, your tone, your rhythm, your language command is not important. Your content and your ideas and your opinions, by summarizing in certain way to deliver in front of your examiner, is very important. Delivery of content is more important than language skills. So language skills could be good if you are generally talking some ideas, but for the IELTS, don't get panic for particularly for that you have no good accent and you would not be fine with it. Next tip is don't memorize your answer. Definitely you should not memorize your answer. You should not learn about some topics and you should go for the IELTS exam. This shouldn't be work. Give fast response. Students, what we do actually when we are talking about some points, so learn some short natural responses, could be like sentence starters, and there would be words like if you are speaking politely, you can use words like therefore, somehow, and kind of fillers, and we will discuss fillers later on. So these points can help you if you are learning some natural responses. So this skill will be helpful for you. So coming to the next point, this is speak with monotone. Monotone is actually something when you are saying your ideas, your wordings, your body language, and your full-fledged your personality is describing your point of view, and it has well connected with your thoughts and the relevant topic. So don't go to the irrelevant and try to be to the point, and definitely this is something which is very argumental. We can discuss more about it. Don't repeat the question. Okay, when you're listening to your examiner, so do not repeat your question. Listen to once and then start talking about your idea, your point of view. So this tip is something which will, if you are repeating the question, the examiner will take this into your negative point, and it will give you some kind of you can say a kind of trouble. So do not repeat the question. Don't go off the topic. Don't go off the topic is always very important. Definitely you are not repeating the question, and then you are not going off the line. So be relevant, follow the news. If you are learning and thinking about different things, and you are learning about news and different criteria for speaking skills, so it will be helpful that you are not getting into off. So do not go off topic, and consider the opposing arguments if necessary. So the next point is, you do not have to be perfect. So when you are giving an answer and your answer should be expanded, so do not think and do not pretend that you are a perfect person, or maybe you have the perfect language skill or body language skill and all that. You should be creative while giving your answer. This point I discussed earlier, that you should be a storyteller. So once you are getting into story, then be creative and make a note, and go into your personal experience and your imagination and something pretended idea, you would say. And don't try not to repeat your ideas again and again, and if you are repeating, it will not be considered as creativity. The next tip is, avoid fumbling and gaps. Fumbling and gaps is also very important point. Students always fumble, and if they are not hearing the question or maybe some word clearly, so they become a little confused. So try to avoid it, and do not give a longer pause or gap. Analyze the question. Definitely when you are listening to the question, you have to analyze it. So analyze it, your relevant topic. So you can analyze the question very easily, and this can help you a lot. And you can even quote some ideas. Something like you can quote into some important points related with some famous person and all that. So and definitely while giving 2 reasons, you can give 2 reasons to your answer, and it will be very helpful. The next tip is, speak spontaneously but slowly. When I said give a quick response, so this is totally opposite to give your answer spontaneously. There should be a flow, and you should be moving on with your point. Okay, so and the last point is, never use the word I like. Say I enjoy. So this word is welcoming word, and it will help you to create a good image in your towards your examiner. So these points are very important, and these points are very valid. So just remember while selecting, if you are talking and if you are making practice nowadays for your exam, so it will be very important and it will be very helpful. So if you learn one more idea, that here I would say, if you have positive response, and if you are not afraid of making mistakes, so it will help you. So these 2 points are also very important. that you should have positive response and don't be afraid of making mistake. See what happened when we are making mistake. We try to recall it in our mind, so we get stuck with it. So this is something which is very important, and we should remember it.